You're watching the Winter 2021 Men's Varsity MAWPC West Championship Tournament, hosted by Mercyhurst University at the Hallman Aquatics Center in Erie, Pennsylvania. And we thank you for tuning in to CWPATV.com. Scott Simulator Weiss here on the CWPA network. Game 4 is up next, and it features in the dark caps 3 seed Mount St. Mary's Mountaineers of Emmitsburg, Maryland, and in the white caps, the 6 seed Salem University Tigers of Salem, West Virginia. Mount St. Mary's coming in here 3-3, including 3-2 in games counting in conference play, which was third best. Salem, though, 0-4 on the season, dropped a 7-6 result to 2 seed Gannon in game 2, one in which Salem never read, trailed throughout, didn't even score in the first quarter, but able to hang in there, but fell just a little bit short. Melissa Diacono, the first-year head coach for Mount St. Mary's, graduated in 2017 from San Diego State University, had a lot of goals for the Aztecs, helped them win some conference titles. Diacono, each of the previous 2 school years, had been a grad assistant at Mercyhurst, so she is used to Hallman Aquatics Center. Meanwhile, Robert Bullion is in his 10th season as head coach at Salem. Salem in white will be going right to left. Mount St. Mary's in dark, left to right. Last time these 2 teams faced each other was in the regular season back on February 19th in Emmitsburg, Maryland. The Mount won 18-10. Mountaineers ended the game on a 6-0 run. Salem actually led 6-4 entering the second quarter, couldn't score in the second quarter, and that ultimately did the Tigers in. One thing to keep an eye out on for Salem is number 14, Peter Leontijevic, believed to have 99 career goals, looking to become the 13th member of the 100 Goals Club for Salem. Leontijevic had a handle on it, and it's Salem winning the tip. So Salem heading right to left in white. Salem on a 4-game losing streak. Takes a shot. He gets past the keeper. Salem on the board first. 1-0. Take a look here. Gets past Marco Kruska. Chad Raleigh, who ran into exclusion issues in the first game, gets on the board. Keep an eye out on number 5 in dark, Jason O'Donnell. 31 goals in 5 games this season. The freshman from Beaconsfield, Quebec, someone you don't want to take your eye off of. Now from the point, well actually the flat, at point position now to the left flat. Time running out on the clock, we'll try for the lob. It will be possession Salem as Jason Fitch misses his opportunity. And the Mount will be down a player though. Salem in its first power play opportunity up 1-0. Salem defeated the Mount in an exhibition game earlier, 26-13. And there's a goal, another goal for Salem. And it's 2-0. And ladies and gentlemen, congratulations, Peter Leontijevic. That is his 100th varsity goal. He is the 13th member of the club. Congratulations to the senior from Serbia. Not sure if he realizes it now. We had to do some digging. But when he finds out that that was his 100th, if it sure was, he'll be relieved. So now, the Mount, down 2, has to play defense. There's Ivan Zivojinovic. Leontijevic back to Sinojinovic, set for the hole. And Kruska will get it Marco Kruska, believe it or not, scored the first goal in program history. That was in the 26-5 loss to Gannon on January 23rd in Morgantown, West Virginia. Now it'll be 6-on-5 for the Mount. First power play opportunity. Now we'll take it to the right side. We'll fire and score! Mount gets within one. Take a look at this replay. That is from the 5 and goes 5-hole. 2-1 now. The Mount on the board for the first time. Brock Kudahai. Or Kudahi. Kudahi, the grad from Manassas, Virginia. So Kudahi on the board. That's from long range, and Kruska just lets it sail by. So Mount with 3 shots on goal. Salem also with 3. And the Mount will be on a power play. 1 for 1 so far. Trying to make it 2 of 2. Kudahi had the goal for the Mount. That was with 5:57 to go. Thinking. Mountaineers trying to go for the catch. Reinforcements behind. Shot clock winding down. Even strength. Will take it and connect. And Mount tied up at 2 apiece. So it looked like there was nothing doing. Able to swirl around and hit back of the net. So job well done for the Mount. 2-2 now. Jason O'Donnell on the power play. Although it looks like the power play ended. For O'Donnell, that's his 32nd goal of the season to lead all members of this conference. Now Kruska had the outlet. Goalies are allowed to cross the half-distance line. Will be another 6-on-5 opportunity for Mount St. Mary's. Mount could be a dangerous team in this tournament, even though it lost to Gannon by 21 to begin the season. Gannon defeated Salem 7-6 earlier today in Game 2. Although, could Mount St. Mary's potentially defeat Colleen Wishley's McKendree Bearcats? I'd like to thank Coach Wishley for notifying us that her last name is pronounced Wishley. Now the Mount back on the attack, set for the hole, and a play. Hole throw for Salem. Ben Dable missed the net that time. Now set inside, and easy pickings there on the finish to make it 3-2 Salem, not 3-2 Mount. Take a look there. To the right side. And Chad Rowley credited with his second tally of the game. The Trinidad and Tobago native had 3 exclusions in the 7-6 loss earlier again, and he needs to be careful in this one. And Salem has had issues having enough players on its roster. 2 weekends ago, couldn't even participate in the tournament it hosted in Morgantown, West Virginia. Fortunately, the tournament still had taken place. 20 on the shot clock, now on the other end for Salem. Salem, each of the last few years, had been either a 2 or 3 seed. But it's been that unusual for the season. Skip shot to the left side and finds room. 4-2. Tigers. See here, had anticipated but took a wicked hop to the left side. And Goncalo Silva, with help from Mike Diaz, if it is Silva. who's number 16, is the backup keeper. That's according to the FOSH.net. The Mount down by 2. And problems continue for Mount St. Mary's. Salem looking for its first win in the season. Mount St. Mary's trying to get its second win in a row. Setting up for the hole. Out of play. Marco Kruska will have the goal throw. With about 2 minutes to go. 7 shots for Salem, 6 for the Mount. And the Mount's 2 of 3 in the power play. I believe that's Julian Alonso in the cage. Alonso is now on goal. And Marco Kruska lost the handle on the ball, and he's able to swivel it aside. That's where you need to pay attention. He didn't. He's fortunate. He had double vision to block that one out of play. That's a goalie's worst nightmare, when it has the ball and then doesn't pay attention at the same time. Limited time left in the first. 2-goal difference. Salem with the lead. Pushed aside. And Marco Kruska will have the ball, and I believe a timeout has been called for the Mount. 1:18 to go in the first period of play. It's 6-seeded Salem in the white 4. And Mount St. Mary's, the 3-seed in the dark 2. There in the waiting moments of the first quarter of game number 4. Mount St. Mary's scheduled to return at 8:15 p.m. Eastern. Their game 6 against Gannon. Of course, the Mount would like that to be a semifinal and not a do-or-die game. If we lose, we could play in the 5th place game. But so far, there's been a lot of aggressiveness. Also some fine defense. 9 shots on goal for Salem compared to 7 for the Mount. 4 exclusions for Salem, only 1 for the Mountaineers. Salem made its lone power play shot. 2 of 4 for Mount St. Mary's. There haven't been any penalty fouls. And Peter Leontijevic scored the game's 2nd goal that was believed to be his 100th. He is now 1 of 13, if our stats are correct, in terms of games that count for statistics, joining Milos Popovic, George Stravetsky, Igor Milanovic, Danilo Lazarevic, Robert Juhas, Borislav Kovacevic, Ryan Wells, Michael Rojas, Martin Dudak, Alec McKinnon, Mikhail Lazdinsky, and Nico Velasco. That's Alex McKinnon. So the Mount back on the attack out of the timeout. Now taking it up top. Takes another dry pass, fires and beats the keeper. Mount really needed that. It's 4-3 now, Salem. Take a look here. Wow, look at how high he went up and how low the ball dropped. Beautiful. 3 for the Mount now. It's 4-3 with under a minute to go. That's the 2nd goal of the game for Jason O'Donnell. That's his 33rd of the season. Kruska doesn't need to take any action. Now with the Mount would like to continue the surge, we need to rely on the freshman from Beaconsfield, Quebec, O'Donnell. Right now, the Mount's doing right is causing drawn exclusions. With 4-3, Mount hasn't led in this one. Now to the right side, faking. Now up top, it scores! Mount draws even at 4 apiece. With limited time to go. Take a look here. Nice pass. And it's Jason Fitch. Brakudahi with the assist. That's Fitch's first goal of the game and for this season. It's his 9th. And there's a push off. Mount will get it back, looking for its first lead of the contest. Slow start though for the Mount, able to pick it up. Fakes off of the keeper's arm. 2 meter from the 5. 5 seconds left in the first. We have a good one brewing. Out of play over the net. Maybe a last ditch shot. We'll take it. And that will do it for the first quarter of play. 1 quarter in the books here at Erie for game number 4. Mount St. Mary's the free seed in the Dark Caps 4. Salem Tigers the 6 seed in the white 4. Jason O'Donnell, 2 goals for Mount, 1 goal apiece for Cudahy and Fitch. Rowley leads the way with 2 for Salem. Leon Tijovic and it appears Silva have goals apiece. Leon Tijovic believed to have notched his 100th to become the 13th member of Salem's 100 Goal Club. We'll come back here with quarter number 2 next on the CWPA network.
Cap 7 is a small company that started out of the back of our garages, and we were doing clinics and camps around the country. We pride ourselves as a company with Cap 7 and Turbo to sponsor as much and give back to the sport as much as we can. Last year we gave over $250,000 back to the sport, and all our products are built by water polo players and for water polo players.
The CWPA has a podcast, Polo Cast. We take a deep dive into some of the most prominent people of water polo. We talk about the sport of water polo and about their lives, who they are, and how they got to where they are. With host George Groves Jr., new episodes are released twice a month. Be sure to check out PoloCast, available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Definitely make sure to tune into that. Second quarter about to be underway in game 4. Mount in dark 4, Salem in white 4, Salem. It scored the first couple of this game, including Peter Mijanticevic's believed 100th varsity score in games which would count for ranking and standing. Mijanticevic may have reached the mark earlier this season, but due to exhibition games that didn't count a couple weeks ago, actually, only the ones that count for record are believed to count for standing. So Jason O'Donnell, number 5 in dark for the Mount, 2 goals, has 33 now on the season. His first 2 games he had 9. He had a couple of 8-goal performances, including believed 8 in the 22-12 loss to McHenry. Now the ball will be dropped for the sprint. Jump ball will be called at the half-distance area. Marco Kruska. Now skip pass. But turned over. Definitely not what he wanted. On the MAWPC East scoreboard, Bucknell tripped up LaSalle 9-7 in regular season action. Bit closer than a lot thought. Bucknell, the reigning MAWPC champ. Set for the hole. Fires past Kruska. Salem back in front, now 5-4. It was a little bit hard having to draw back a little, but right into the net. That was Chad Rowley for the third time in the game. Saquon Miller, number 3 in white, is another player you should keep your eye on for Salem. He spent 3 years on the Bahamas junior national team, had been the MVP 1 year. You can hear the sidelines for the Mount. And Kruska has the rock. 5-4, 6-seeded Salem in white. The Mount going left to right. Denied. Possession now back to Salem. 12 shots for Salem and 10 for the Mount. 40% clip for the Mountaineers, the Tigers on the attack. Line left out of play. Goal throw for Kruska. Got 6 or so minutes to go in the second. 5-4 Tigers. There's Brock Cudahy. Now the outlet for Salem. Ordinary foul inside 6 meters. Set up. Turned over. Now Mountaineers on the charge. Looks like there might have been a ball under called against Mount St. Mary's. Mount, its first year in the CWPA, first year as a varsity program. The free seed is the highest seed for a first year varsity program in this tournament. This is the 5th year of the MAWPC West. Speaking of records, not sure if it's a record, but Matthew Davis in Game 3 for Mercyhurst had 9 goals for the Lakers. Mercyhurst won 17-12 over 5th-seeded Washington and Jefferson. Now Salem will retreat. Maybe about 4 or so minutes to go in the second. 4 in the first, 1 in the second for Salem. 4 in the first, 0 in the second so far for Mount St. Mary's. Marco Kruska batted it down. Ordinary foul at the 2, so will still remain the 2-meter area with Salem. Loose ball covered by Marco Kruska, a junior from Belgrade, Serbia. Kruska has 5 goals on the season, and that's the 5th goal of the game now for the Mount. 5-5. Dug ahead and able to bang it home. So 5-5 now. Eli Thalos makes it 5-all. his first goal of the game. Fallows, he knows what it takes to get to a championship. Spent the previous 2 school years at University of Pacific. Last year, the Tigers of Pacific made it to the NCAA title game, falling short to Stanford 13-8. Fallows played in 13 games for Pacific last season, did not register a goal. So Fallows knows that winning mentality. Mount looking for the lead. The point will take the shot off the crossbar, out of play, goal throw. So under 3 minutes now to play in the first. 15 shots for Salem, 12 for the Mount. Mount has been 4 of 5 in the power play. Oh, what a swift move. Salem makes it 6-5 now. Take a look here. Oh, went over the head of Kruska. Couldn't see it coming. 2:49 to go in the first half. Chad Rowley, his 4th goal of the contest. An assist from Saquon Miller, the redshirt sophomore from the Bahamas. Raleigh's from Trinidad and Tobago. Mount lost it temporarily, regains control. Now has some room. Ordinary foul. No, actually it was a turnover. Now Salem, that 7-6 loss to Gannon in Game 2 today, believed to be the first time the Tigers played a game in which it not only scored single figures, but held its opponent in single figures since 2011. Salem hasn't won a game in which it scored single figures in possibly 16 years. 2 meter for Salem here in the second quarter. 4 in the first, 2 in the second for Salem. 4 in the first, 1 in the second for the Mount. Possession will remain with Salem as it is an exclusion foul. But now 6-5 Tigers. $17 on the shot clock and gets it through. 7-5 now, Salem. It was Goncalo Silva, who's listed as number 16. Alice Williams had been listed as 16 in the past. We were sorry if there are any misidentified players. Timeout called by Robert Bullion. Salem has it now. Now the timeout. 7-5, 6 seed Salem over 3 seed Mount St. Mary's. Salem has already scored more goals in this one than in its first game of the day. Game 2, 7-6 loss to 2 seed Gannon. Mount needs to have more steam as we progress in this game if the Mountaineers wish to further its season. Remember, 2 teams out of the 6 from the MAWPC West would move on to next weekend's MAWPC Championship Tournament at Navy against the 6 MAWPC East squads. Set inside. No goal. That's going to be an exclusion foul on the Mountaineers. Justin Fink, the assistant coach for the Mount, had been with Salem in the past, so he knows the Salem squad well. Jason O'Donnell, guilty of his first exclusion foul. And you do not want him out of the game if you're the Mount. It's the go-to scorer. Now Kruska looking for a potential assist. Bouillon hollering. And that will do it for the first half of play here in Erie. The score right now is 6 seed Salem in the white 7 and 3 seed Mount St. Mary's in the dark 5. The Mount had 4 in the first, 1 in the second. Salem 4 in the first, 3 in the second. Chad Rowley for Salem leads all scorers with 4 goals. Number 16, according to statistics, is Giancarlo Silva. If it's not him, we're sorry. Has 2 goals. Peter Leontijevic, 1 goal, believed to have scored his 100th varsity tally for the Mount. 2 goals for Jason O'Donnell, 1 apiece for Brock Cudahy, Eli Talos, and Jason Fitch. And we are sorry if we mispronounce any of your names, but we're glad you have joined us here in the CWPA network. Back with more action after this.
Hi, I'm Brad Schumacher, co-founder of Cap 7 International.
Hi, I'm Wolf Weigo. Cap 7 is the best ball in the world. It's used by the top athletes. When you have a Cap 7 ball in the pool, you can just feel the quality, you can feel the grip. It makes you just want to pick that ball up, squeeze it, and start faking like crazy. Cap 7, the best ball in the world.
Enjoying today's water polo action? The CWPA network has more streams in store. Keep checking CWPATV.com for upcoming streams, and be sure to check CollegiateWaterPolo.org to schedule updates and for all things water polo. Salem right now up by 2. Salem so far is having an actually fine day. Had a 7-6 loss in game 2 to 2 seed Gannon a week after dropping a 15-7 decision to the Golden Knights. Mount St. Mary's, meanwhile, in the regular season matchup, defeated Salem 18-10, a game in which Salem led 6-4 after 1 quarter, but trailed 8-6 entering the half. The Mount won that game with a 6-0 run to close it out. So Chad Rowley leads all scorers in this one for Salem with 4. And if you're joining us or would like a recap, Game 1, top seed McKendree defeated 5 Washington Jefferson 26-9. Game 2, second seed Gannon defeated 6 seed Salem by a count of 7-6. And in Game 3, Mercyhurst, the 4 seed, defeated 5 seed Washington and Jefferson 17-12, a game in which Mercyhurst's Matthew Davis found the net 9 times. After this game, ladies and gentlemen, Game 5 is scheduled to take place at around 6 p.m. Eastern. It would feature top seed McKendree and 4 seed Mercyhurst. McKendree defeated Mercyhurst in regular season action 2 weekends ago by a score of 17-11. Matthew Davis, he wants his team to potentially take down the MAWPC West regular season champs, will have to continue his power surge. 9 goals in Game 3. 17-12 win by the Lakers over the presidents of W&J. You're going to need that effort to continue. This season, teams are allowed to stay on the same bench the whole game, and that's what's going to happen here. The Mount going left to right in dark, Salem in white, right to left. Looks like Jason O'Donnell won the sprint for Mount St. Mary's. O'Donnell has 2 markers. Set for the hole, will take it back on the dry pass. And there is an offensive foul charged on the Mountaineers. So Mount St. Mary's with 13 shots on the game, already 19 by Salem. Mount, though, has been strong on the power play. That's what's keeping the Mountaineers in it. 4 of 5. Loose ball taken away by Mount St. Mary's. The free seed has never made it to the MAWPC West title game. This is the 5th installment. Of course, the best the free seed has done was come in 3rd. Good transition ahead, looking to the left side. Kruska will watch it sail to his right, his left, or right. Kruska. With the outlet. Now from the point with the right hand, Mountaineers etch it out ahead, but picked off by the Tigers of Salem. A couple years ago, Salem had been known as Salem International University. Now it's known as Salem. Salem also has a women's program, which is believed to be ranked number 25 right now in the NCAA rankings, although the Salem women took a loss earlier today to Indiana in Bloomington, Indiana, in varsity action. Now, the Mount player missing his cap. Can't put it back on until after the possession. Takes a shot. Turned over now to Salem. Salem with 4 in the first, 3 in the second. The Mount 4 in the first, 1 in the second. And right now, Salem is playing some fine water polo. Mount hanging in there. 13 the shot clock. Kruska denies. But it hit the end line. So 2-meter for Salem. And it'll be taken in the 5 position. 22 shots for Salem. That's a .318 clip. And Ricochet goes a friendly way for the Mountaineers. Mountaineers will swivel to the side. No first-year program has won a division title in the MAWPC West tournament. This is the 5th season of it. Mount would like to change that. Should be a 2-meter for Alyssa Diacono's squad. Alyssa Diacono, one of 2 female head coaches in the MAWPC West. Colleen Wishley of McKendree is the other. Wishley, the 2018 MAWPC West head coach of the tournament. Coach of the tournament, that is. Be a power play opportunity for the Mount. So an important 6-on-5. Inside, fires and scores. Important knock to make it 7-6. Look at this. Not giving up on the play. Wow, look at that. Looked like he was going to take the shot. Took a few fakes. Banged it to the right corner. Eli Thalos with his second goal. You hear good job, Eli in the background. Melissa Diacono hollering instructions to her crew. 7-6 now. If you're wondering the last time Salem has been involved in back-to-back games in which both it and its opponent were held to 9 or fewer goals, either so long ago or your guess is as good as mine. Salem doesn't usually play games in which one team doesn't score double figures. Mount will get it back down by 1. Not for long. 7-all now. Take a look here on the replay. And it is a game squared up. And it's Jason O'Donnell finding the net for the third time in this one. 7-7 now. 34th knock of the season for the freshman of Beaconsville, Quebec, with 3:49 to go in the third. 4 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third for the Mount. 4 in the first, 3 in the second, none so far in the third. And Marco Kruska denies. Joseph Maxon, 1A, is the other goalkeeper. If Maxon enters, Marco Kruska also wears cap 10. Kruska has 5 goals on the season. He actually had the program's first goal in a 26-5 loss to Gannon back on January 23rd in Morgantown, West Virginia. Now we'll take it at the point. Salem on the attack. Salem fires wide right. Possession back in play for the Mount. Should be back to Kruska. 25 shots for Salem, 18 for the Mount. 2 of 4 on the man advantage for Salem, 5 of 6 for the Mount. That's what's keeping Mount St. Mary's in this game. You capitalize on your power play, you should be good. Inside shot clock under 10. Perhaps will fire, and the Mount has its first lead of the game. Look at it here. Got past the defender. (8-7). Mount St. Mary's with 2:40 to go in the third. Jason O'Donnell denting the twine for his 4th of the game, 35th of the season. And he just can't get stopped. And right now, Salem is going cold. It's a 3-0 third quarter run for the Mount, which had 1 goal in 8 minutes of second quarter play. Mount up by 1 here in Game 4 on CWPA-TV.com. Set up for the hole. Goalie way out in front. Pounced out of play. That was a wide open net. Too close for comfort for the Tigers. For Salem, first season calling Milan Park home, although couldn't participate in the tournament there in Morgantown, West Virginia 2 weeks ago due to roster issues. Salem right now looks like it's gotten a little under control for that issue, which is why the Tigers are hanging in there. Down 1, open water opportunity, 5-meter free throw to be awarded to Salem. Kruska has an important possession here in cage for Mount St. Mary's. First penalty foul of the game. Marco Kruska really needs to puff his chest out. Kasper Siplik. And what a stop on the chest by Kruska. Huge save. That could be the turning point. Could be the save of the season, depending on the outcome of this one. Kasper Siplik had been the guilty party in the exclusion. Siplik, fortunate that didn't result in a score. Possession will remain with the Mount. From the 5. And that was Peter Leontijevic, who had been denied. Leontijevic had 4 goals in the 18-10 regular season loss to Salem 8 days ago. Looks like a timeout is called, with 51 seconds to go. The exclusion call goes against Ivan Ziverjinovic. Drawn by Eli Talos. 2 goals of the game for him. Jason O'Donnell leads all scorers with 4, tied for the game lead with 4. Trad Raleigh had 4 in the first half for Salem. Make sure to get involved in this CWPA Alumni Initiative. We're asking graduating seniors to get involved after their collegiate seasons are over by becoming a referee, mentor, coach, or financial supporter. By engaging our alumni after graduation, we can add programs, reduce costs, and make playing more fun. Make sure to contact the CWPA office at 610-277-6787 or send an email to office@collegiatewaterpolo.org. So 51 seconds to go in the third quarter. 8-7 in favor of the Mount, the 3 seed, over the 6 seed Salem Tigers. If the Mount hold on, Mountaineers and Gannon would play in a de facto semifinal in Game 6 at 8:15 p.m. Eastern. That is a regularly scheduled game, by the way, but the winner of that game would play for first place tomorrow and move on to the MAWPC Championship Tournament next weekend. Now a critical possession here for the Mount. Faking. Lost the hold. Oh, what a sequence. He probably didn't think anything was coming. 9-7. Look at this. He was backing off. And look, no hesitation at all. 9-7 Mount in dark with 23 seconds left. Boy, that Marko Kruska denial of Leontijevic's 5-meter effort definitely changed things. In the process, Kruska concedes. It's 9-8 now. Took it to the left side. So the goal by the Mount was Ben Dable. His first. Salem gets within 1. That goal was by Zivanjinovic. His first tally of the game. And that crosses the plane. Boy, Mount St. Mary's flying high here in the third. 5th goal of this quarter. Look at that. Using the post to get it in there. The quarter's about to end, ladies and gentlemen. Now we'll go out of play. And that will do it for the third quarter of play. So Jason O'Donnell getting the friendly bounce. Has 5 goals in the game now, including 3 in the third. That 5-1 scoring run for Mount St. Mary's gives the Mountaineers a 10-8 edge with 8 minutes remaining in regulation. Will it be enough to send the first-year program to 1-0 in the bracket? Well, that is for us to see when we return.
I am Wolf Weigo, co-founder of Cap 7. I'm going to talk about the Cap 7 skip ball. It's a great little ball for kids to play with for a number of reasons. It's soft, bounces really well, just a lot of fun. Everyone I've ever given one of these to, random people, not even water polo people, they say this is the best ball. Their kid loves it more than any ball. Get yours at cap7.com today and enjoy your skipping.
You're watching the CWPA.
Hi, I'm Wolf Weiger with Cap 7. There's one more quarter to go in this game. Fourth quarter coming up now.
Cap 7 is the premier water polo provider specializing in all your water polo needs. Visit cap7.com to find the gear you need to take your game to the next level. Cap 7 is a proud sponsor of the CWPA network. That was quite a third quarter for Alyssa Diacono's Mountaineers. Trailed 7-5 at halftime. 3 of those 5 goals in the third quarter were by Jason O'Donnell, extending his season total to 36. Eli Thalos and Ben Dable also getting in on the action for the Mountain that third quarter. Just 1 goal in quarter 3 for Salem. That was Ivan Zinajinovic. Zinajinovic did get in on the score sheet 8 days ago in the 18-10 Mount St. Mary's win over the Tigers at the Mount. Ladies and gentlemen, after this game, Game 5 would feature top-seeded McKendree and 4-seed Mercyhurst. Both of those squads are 1-0 in Bracket A play. Winner of that game will punch a ticket to next weekend's MAWPC Championship Tournament, scheduled to be held at the U.S. Naval Academy, and would play for tomorrow's MAWPC West title. The MAWPC West Championship game is scheduled for tomorrow, Sunday, February 28th, 2021, at around 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Scott Samuel Leverweiss here on CWPATV.com. Glad you are joining us for Winter 2021 men's action. We usually have men's in the fall, but due to the extraordinary circumstances we have dealt with over the last year, just glad to have water polo right now. In fact, Fordham hasn't played a game in 15 days. Played its first game in over 440 days, 15 days ago, and only to find out that campus wouldn't be open for 2 weeks. It's been that tough of a season. Salem 0-4 in the season in conference playing games that counted. Mount 3-3 overall, 3-2 in the conference. Mount has 1 game left today, scheduled for 8:15 p.m. Eastern against Gannon. And Gannon better be ready. Gannon took a 7-6 win over Salem in Game 2 today. And Gannon thought that the game was out of reach in the first half. But Robert Bullion was able to tell his players, don't quit. They did not, and they nearly came back to win. And looks like there have been an equipment malfunction with the net. Has to get replaced, like it came undone. And that's the net Salem has to defend. So if Salem does not win this game, the Tigers would play Washington and Jefferson tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern for 5th place. The Presidents and the Tigers have not faced off against each other, and the reason why the Presidents got the 5 seed, and the Salem the 6 was due to goal totals against common opponents, and W&J had the better statistic. So it will be Salem in white heading right to left in white, and Mount St. Mary's, the 3 seed in dark, heading left to right. Should this game be tied after the horn, there would be 2 3-minute overtime periods. Mount St. Mary's has not played overtime in program history, considering it's his first season. Salem last played overtime last season. That to be exact. Lost 16-15 sudden death in the semifinals at MAWPC West Champs to McKendree. Now the Mount looking for more. Need to get that insurance up. Setting from the point, backs off, pickpocketed by the Tigers. Possession for Salem's a good start on defense for Robert Bulligan's squad. Salem, once upon a time, had 5 straight winless seasons, 2007 to 11. But if you go to Salem, you get a great education. A combined 96 scholar athlete honors in the CWPA. Not necessarily 96 players, but they have earned scholar athlete status, either outstanding, superior, excellent, 96 times. And for the last 5 years, led the NCAA in grade point average. So, Salem is a place to be if you like to play water polo and get a great education. Saved there by Kruska. And Kruska made that stop at 8-7 on Leontijevic. That changed the complexion of this game in the third quarter. 4 in the first, 1 in the second, 5 in the third, 0 in the fourth for the Mount. 4-3, 1 and 0 for Salem. Tigers on the attack, heading right to left and white. 10 on the shot clock. Lost the handle. Lobs over the goal. Kruska fortunate to just let it fly. And time just running out here for Robert Bulligan's Tigers. On the cusp of losing a 5th straight contest. Salem finished in 3rd last year. Skip shot and a bang! Mount pulling away. Take a look here. Using the right post to go to the left side. 11-8 Mount St. Mary's. And Jason Fitch with the goal credited with the assist. O'Donnell. Fitch, the freshman from Middle River, Maryland, has 2. O'Donnell has a game-high 5. Chad Rowley believed to have 4 for the Tigers. Salem has 7 exclusions. Mount St. Mary's has 5. No one on the Mount has 2 exclusions, but Zinajinovic, Manuel Soto Estella, and Ancaro Silva, number 16 that is in white, each have 2 exclusions apiece, and now the Mount looking to build on the advantage. Ordinary foul. We'll take it back. This should be quite an accomplishment if the Mount can hold on here. It looked like didn't really have any gas at halftime, trailed 7-5, then a 5-1 third quarter run. Came back to life. Look at that pick from the hole. I think Alyssa Diacono is a bit excited herself. I think she's losing her voice on the sideline. Drawn exclusions had been her thing when she played at San Diego State during her collegiate years. Takes it, and that is from long range. 12-4. In favor of the Mount with 4:59 to go. 4-goal lead is the largest. Goal credited to Jason O'Donnell. That's his 6th. Look at that. And boy, he is just bolstering his credentials for MAWPC West Rookie of the Year. In fact, not just Rookie of the Year. He should really be considered for Player of the Year, because he's keeping his team in it. And with 4:59 to go, 34 shots for Salem, only 8 goals. That's a .235 shooting percentage. The Mount at .462, 26 shots on goal, 12 have crossed the plane. 7 exclusions for the Tigers, 5 for the Mount. Salem 2-4 on the man advantage. Mount St. Mary's, this is why the Mount has this lead right now. 6 of 7 on the power play. That's probably the key difference right now. 1 penalty foul for the Mount. Peter Leontijevic, believed to have 100 goals now in his Salem career, pending statistics. Missed a penalty shot when it was 8-7 Mount St. Mary's in the third. Kruska made the save and changed the whole complexion of this game. That is the defensive play of the game right now. The penalty denial from Marco Kruska. And we'll see whether or not that leads to a victory and gives Mount St. Mary's 1 step closer to a potential shot at the championship. But not a lot of time left. Under 5 minutes to go. Salem down 4. Deficit is at its largest now. Salem will take the shot, denied by the crossbar. Possession will be back to the Mount. Timeout will be called, I believe, Justin Vink, the assisted for the Mount, a former member of Salem University. As a reminder, the 2021 Winter NCAA Tournament would be hosted by University of Southern California, March 20th and 21st, pending the circumstances, not Stanford University as originally intended due to coronavirus concerns. And one of these teams could potentially be in the NCAA tournament should it win the MAWPC. Oh, what a pounce and shoot! 13-8. Let's look at the sequence again. Good lob. Oh, had it at his sights all the time. 13-8. That's Jason O'Donnell for the 7th time. And boy, that's at least the 3rd time this season he has at least 7. Salem, though, able to squeak one past Kruska. It's now 13-9. And that was a nice lob. Look at this top spin to the right corner. Salem's still not done yet with 4:09 to go. Down 5-4. And that was Ivan Zinajinovic, his 2nd tally. 4 in the first, 1 in the second, 5 in the third, 3 in the fourth for the Mount. And the power play continues. 7 of 8 so far on the man advantage for Mount St. Mary's. This is the 9th exclusion. Now feeds it inside. 7 of 9. That's a rare power play miss. Eli Talos trying to get in on the action. 6-on-5 about to come to a close. It scores! Mount St. Mary's not done racking up the goals. It's 14-9. You see here at the point, he's faking left. He gets his left side to score. That went off the cage from Eli Thalos for his third score. In terms of season totals, Eli now has 16, second most on the team. The time running out for Salem. Led 7-5 at halftime, just 2 goals in the second half. Make that 3. So Salem able to chip away, but might not be enough right now. 14-10 Mount St. Mary's. So able to eye the right corner and capitalize. 3:09 to go here in the fourth at Hallman Aquatics Center, Prep Villa Events Center in Erie. Sinogenovic is second in the quarter, third of the game. Stopped there by the Tigers. Salem in danger of remaining winless on the season. Keep in mind, Salem did pick up an exhibition win over this Mount St. Mary's squad, but roster issues prevented it from counting. Denied there by Marko Kruska, the junior from Belgrade, Serbia. And boy, what a second half for the Mount. Really had trouble that second quarter, and some of you are probably thinking, oh dear. Then came the life in the third quarter. Should remain with the Mount. Can take the shot, and they'll get it. Mount St. Mary's now up by 5 again. Had a little trouble with the handle, but had a wide left side to take the opportunity. And with 2:05 to go, 15-10, this game is looking really bleak for Salem. Matthew Schwenk with his first goal of the game. Schwenk with the tally. That's his third of the season. 10 on the shot clock, off the noggin, maybe a couple noggins. Kruska fortunate it didn't go past him. So Mount will set up a de facto semifinal in Game 6 at 8:15 p.m. Eastern tonight against 2-seed Gannon. Gannon really took it to them this season, 26-5 and 22-10. But it might be a lot different. Gannon really looked discombobulated in the 7-6 win over Salem in Game 2 today. Timeout will be called. Whistles and hollering all around. Timeout by Salem. And boy, Salem, just 2 goals, just 3 goals this second half. Led 7-5 at the half. There was 4-4. Salem actually scored the first 2 of the game. And again, coming up after this game at around 6 p.m. Eastern, Game 5, top-seeded McKendree, 4-seed Mercyhurst. Winner goes to the title game. Loser would play for third place tomorrow. In halftime, in women's varsity action, Southern California leads Michigan 6-4. In women's action, Fresno State taking down UC Davis 13-7. The ball will be thrown back into play for Salem. Minute 26 to go. in this one. And at this point, Salem's going to drop to 0-2 in bracket B. The Mount will up it to 1-0. Salem would be playing Washington and Jefferson for 5th place tomorrow, February 28th, 9 a.m. Eastern. Not where your team had envisioned itself. The Mount will pick it off and take over. 4 in the first, 1 in the second, 5 in the third, 5 in the fourth. And now the Mount with it again. Jason O'Donnell, 7 goals. (15-5). Mountaineers. It was 10-8 entering this quarter. And now, shot clock unplugged, and that should just about do it. And that is the end of game number 4. Mount St. Mary's picks up its first MAWPC West victory in its first try. A 5-2 scoring run in the fourth closes out the deal. Final score here in game number 4. 3 seed Mount St. Mary's Mountaineers in the dark 15. And the Salem Tigers in the white 10. Player of the game's gotta be Jason O'Donnell, who had 7 markers, upping his season total to 38. The freshman from Beaconsville, Quebec, tearing it still. How about Marco Kruska, the goalie, number 1 for the Mount? 14 saves, the biggest being a penalty stop from Peter Leontijevic when it was 8-7 Mount in the third, and that basically led this wave of success. So Salem drops to 0-2 in bracket B play, so the Tigers would face 5 seed Washington and Jefferson tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern for 5th place. Mount St. Mary's, meanwhile, has to rest up a little for its 8:15 p.m. Eastern game number 6 against Gannon tonight, when the winner of that game will play for first tomorrow and get a berth to next weekend's MAWPC Championship at the U.S. Naval Academy. So that will do it here in game number 4. Final score, 3 seed Mount St. Mary's in dark 15, 6 seed Salem in white 10.